So after I got suspended 4 times in the 8th grade, how did my parents respond? Well, this man right here, Ronnie Clark, was not one to play with, and he still isn't to this day. Who put me on so much restriction? Y'all said, oh, you got suspended for skipping school to watch The Young and the Restless. So you got to go home and watch The Young and the Restless. No, this man was not having it. I couldn't watch my stories. I was under restriction. It was drama. Now, my mom, Jean Clark, she used to be the secretary at the school where I got suspended 4 times. So she knew everybody there. She was mortified. She was so devastated. It was embarrassing. But look, I made it up to him years later. For getting suspended 4 times in 8th grade, for Christmas one year, I actually gave them a trip to Los Angeles, and actually I gave them the experience of going on the set to meet the cast of The Young and the Restless. Here they are with Paul Williams. He locked them in the jail cell for fun. So they got to meet the cast. They got to meet everybody, Jack Abbott. It was awesome. In addition to that, actually, Laura Lee Bell and Tracy Bregman, they actually also commented on the post about me skipping school to see The Young and the Restless, which my parents loved, and that was really, really cool. So thank you for that. So it was great. But some of y'all had some questions. You said, when you skipped school to go to the Lemon Tree Inn, there was room 105. Why was room 105 at the Lemon Tree Inn always unlocked? I don't know. I think it's a small town thing because a lot of commenters said that they also had a small hotel in their town where one room was always unlocked. I don't know if it's a courtesy to the town or whatnot, but 105 was always unlocked. Also, you wanted to know what was the cliffhanger that we had to skip school to see. I asked my friends, we don't even remember. I hate that, but I don't know what it was. But I do remember feeling let down as I was watching the episode. I was like, this wasn't even that great. And no, we didn't get to watch the whole episode. The principal and everybody showed up and we had to run and get out of there. So we didn't get to see the whole episode. So did we all get suspended? Yes, all of us got suspended. It was drama. And I remember they were asking us, who was the ringleader? Whose idea was this? And it had been mine, but nobody said it was me. And so Mr. Henderson, the principal, and Mr. Tunstall said, we're just going to give you all the same number of out-of-school suspension then, since you won't tell us who the ringleader was. So we all got the same punishment. I didn't get any extra. I remember Vicki Elk said to me, I said, Vicki, thank you for not ratting me out for saying it was me. She said, what? She said, snitches get stitches. We ain't throwing none of our friends under the bus. And so we were a tight-knit group. We stuck together. Nobody ratted each other out. It was really wonderful. And for the other stories, you asked about the Krispy Kreme. You said, when we hid in the closet, why didn't we, when we realized the door was locked, just wait in the room? And when Mr. Fowl came back, we would just say, oh, you locked us in. We didn't get to leave. We figured because he had turned the lights out, he had checked the room and then locked the door. We didn't want to run in that situation. And also, we had 8th-grade brains. The frontal lobe won't develop. So we just crawled out the window. And then Mr. Henderson, of course, the principal, called us. When I passed out my own newsletter that I wasn't supposed to do and pass it around the school with the papoose, you asked, where was Monica? She's in every story. Why not that one? Oh, she was helping me. She was my ride or die. She was always supporting me. She had my back. But I wrote all the stories. So I have to own that part. And then when I was in class, and Monica said to me, the thing that made me laugh so hard, she said, I ain't gonna mail this one. Some of you were like, why did I find that so funny? You had to know Monica. Now, Monica passed away a couple of years ago, but Monica had the funniest sense of humor, and she could deadpan, say something, just deadpan and make you laugh. And after we'd spent an hour with stamps and stickers and writing the letter and making them perfect and correcting all the grammar, and then I looked at her and I asked her, will you mail mine? And she said, I ain't gonna mail this one. It's just something about her face, and it was just funny. I fell on the floor, couldn't stop laughing. I'm trying to tell the principal why it was so funny. Nobody found this funny. So that's when I got in-school suspension for that. And then some of you said, wow, y'all did all those things. You were so bad in 8th grade. Oh, listen, I just told you the things we got caught for. I didn't tell you the things we didn't get caught for. And actually, I've got 2 really good stories. But when I tell that, no one in Chocowinity is safe. All the names getting called out because there were a lot of people involved in these things we did, and it was some drama, and it's juicy, and it's good, and it will shock you, and I'll be posting those videos soon.